Right.
my phone.
Mm-hmm. Because they were laughing and waving.
Mm-hmm. They heard you being a damn nut.
See, they're still laughing. Could y'all hear us?
Just a little bit.
Oh my god. We're
No,
about
we've
to
only
walk
just
into
came
our
on.
crappy kitchen.
We saw you drop something, and that's it.
Yeah. I'm working on that ketchup still. I did up some more tomatoes and I just added it to it, and I'm just starting to simmer it with the real ketchup, the clove ketchup. So like, oh, and I just turned it off. Hi, Dean and Kirsty.
Hi.
This is your first live, right?
I've done a live with Joe at Muddy Puddles Farm as a guest. Well, I've done 3, and I've done one with Dora, but there was like 4, 5 of us. But
Well, it's my first one.
Yeah, Dean's first.
My first live.
Listen, at one time, I interviewed, I don't know if it was a state representative or a senator. In college, I interviewed somebody. So I was thinking just now, it's like, my God, I've come full circle. So this is cool. All right. Journalistic degree at work at its finest. I am going to say, we were going to ask you, what time is it there? But then we figured out that math. Is it about 6 p.m. where you are?
Yes.
Yeah, just before.
It's noon here. Do you want to tell us where you're from?
I'm from the northeast of England, Durham.
All right. And we're from Middle Oklahoma, America.
Dean's,
all right.
Dean's from somewhere different to me. He's not from the northeast.
From a bit further down south. I'm from a place called Manchester.
Manchester, England. That's from a musical. All right. We wanted to know, how did you meet?
At work, didn't we? So
it's not
exciting. We both worked at Asda. I think it's called Walmart over there, and we both worked there, and that's how we met. Both worked on a cashier. So
yeah, he was in the checkout in
Walmart. Okay. He worked at Walmart for a little while. You know, he worked on drilling rigs, but you know, when they would lay off, he would find a job. First date. What was your first date like?
What was it?
We went to the Red Lion. So we went to a little pub down the road from where we live. And I hadn't told him I didn't drink alcohol. So he got me like a little
orange juice.
It was an alcohol. It was a little alcohol pop. I don't know what they're called. It's like low % alcohol over there.
Oh, it's an orange juice.
No, and then I had it all night because I didn't like alcohol.
Memory's rubbish.
So I was the cheapest date ever because I only had one drink and it was 6 hours. And Dean's mum rang him and told him off about the state of his bedroom when we were on the phone.
Midday, it's like, your room's a mess. Like, what?
And how old were you guys when you met?
20.
See, he was 21, 22, and I was 19. 19. So I figured I would tell you guys stuff too as we went along, right?
Yeah, funny thing, we had dated a few times, and we were heading to the lake. And she had told me when we met at a dance, and she'd said she was 20. So I didn't think anything of it. Well, I
said I was 19.
No.
But I was 18.
We dated a few times. We're headed to the lake.
I was 18. I turned 19 the month later.
But she told me, there's something I need to tell you. I said, okay, what is it? She said, I lied to you about something. I was like, okay, what did you lie about? She said, how old I am. I hit the brakes immediately, like screech, went over the side of the lake. How the hell old are you?
I was just a baby.
Yeah, I didn't want to go there.
We met at college. He was there learning to become a prison guard. I was there trying to go to college, and they had something called a howdy dance. That's why the little cowboy hat smiley face emoji is my favorite emoji, because it's the howdy, you know. And I asked him to dance. So that's how we met.
Oh, that's nice.
Right.
See? Could he dance well?
I used to.
He doesn't shake his butt. He doesn't do that.
I can two-step like nobody's business, but yeah.
Country dance. Line dancing. Woohoo.
Yeah, my buddies used to make fun of me. I don't know if they ever did line dancing over there, but the country line dancing was really big here in the States. And all my buddies would make fun of me and say, "You're the only guy out there line dancing." I was like, "Well, duh. I don't want to dance with a bunch of guys." You know?
It was really good. It was really good. So what's your favorite music?
Oh, don't really have.
Are you going to say bagpipes? Because he listens to bagpipe stuff all the time. I'm not kidding.
No.
Anything and everything is mine. So if I made a playlist, it would vary hugely, and it depends on my mood as well. So one day it could be 80s, one day it could be metal, one day it could be country. Just depends on the mood I'm in.
Yeah, we're just variety of things really. We're like no set sort of.
We both really like
standard.
80s, don't we?
Yeah, anything sort of
80s music. We both really like that.
80s.
The guys I worked with one time heard my playlist. My phone connected to the truck that we were driving in, and my playlist was playing. And they were all asking me, "What the hell's wrong with you?" I'd have like Waylon Jennings and Metallica.
And the bagpipe stuff.
Yeah, the bagpipes is like, man, what?
And then
what is wrong
bagpipes
with you?
playing Metallica.
Oh.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
I have a recording. It's these three women. They call them the Goddess of Bagpipes, and they're from three different places. But anyway, they play Enter Sandman on bagpipes, and it's really cool.
Oh,
We'll have a look
We'll
for
have to have a
that.
listen.
Yeah.
Get back to me roots with the bagpipes.
Right, me too. I did not know that I was so much Scottish and Irish, but my little results told me.
Every time I think about playing bagpipes, though, I think of the Bugs Bunny episode where he goes to Scotland.
Yeah.
And he sees the little guy playing bagpipes. He's like, "That monster's attacking that old lady." The guy's over there in a kilt with a bagpipe. It cracks me up.
Kirsty, what started your gardening, cooking, homestead, like what you do? What started you, because you do a specific, you really do. You show how to make stuff other people don't think to make. You know how to preserve stuff in ways that other people don't know how to preserve, all those things.
I think mainly money. I think we've always said we've got everything but money, haven't we? Like that's what we have. The money just doesn't work out for us. Anytime we have a bit, there's some bill that needs to pay, or we lose our job, or something like that. So it's always been, we've always had that make do and do it yourself sort of attitude. And if we want something, we can't just go out and buy it. We need to make it ourselves, learn to make it. And it's the same with the traditional items I use to make things, not relying on the electricity and the gas, because again, it's a cost thing. So it's just doing what we can as cheaply as possible, really. And that's why I've learned what I have. I think that's
she really does have these gadgets that I don't know.
Yeah, money's the motivating force behind a lot of things. I know it's kind of like that old saying: just when you think you can make ends meet, somebody moves the ends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, money is the greatest evil. I hate money. It's like before money, when we just bartered and traded. Simpler times.
Well, see, back where I grew up out in the hills of southern Oklahoma. And I really am a hillbilly. That's not just my handle. I really am a hillbilly. But out there where we grew up, everybody traded for everything. I mean, if you had something somebody wanted, they'd trade you something for it. If you had something you needed done, somebody'd come help you, and then you would help them with something else. It was just like that. I mean, it was a big, country community.
Hay fields and stuff like that.
Hay fields. I mean, you'd go help them with their hay field, and they might come help with your grandpa's garden, it was just a community thing, and it was really great. I mean, it was a great way to grow up.
And I'm sure, like in rural areas where we're not right now, it's still there. You got to
Yeah.
find your people.
Since
right?
we moved to a town, our town is little. I mean, a tiny place, but very few people here even know my name because I'm just not a people person, you know.
Yeah.
No,
Same.
Debbie Sue, pan flute. I like flutes and stuff like that for sure.
Remember when we bought our daughter pan flute?
Yes, and it was for Christmas. We got an assortment of Native American instruments, okay? And they were pretty, but they were. I was playing them in the mall where we got them. That's where you always find stuff like that. And because I can play instruments if you give them to me. I can figure them out. It may not be pretty, but I can get it done. But like Christmas morning, it was supposed to be a stocking stuffer, and I was like, where'd they go? So we searched the car, we searched the house, we searched the stockings. They're nowhere. And then I found little pieces. Like we had a little place called the Enchanted Forest, and there were little colorful tidbits and little pieces of reed and whatever drizzled out through the forest. And my lab had chewed it all up. So they never got to play them.
The dog thought they tasted great, but
I was so Debbie, I went off a trail. I am so sorry. I want to thank y'all for coming by, whoever y'all are here. I appreciate it. Now, I know this is horizontal, y'all, so not as many people would come in as if but I don't know how to do it through YouTube, to link you in and stuff like that. So this is my best way to do this.
yeah, she had told me to set the phone up for vertical. And I did.
And said no. We were like this.
Our whole picture was sideways. I don't look right.
Yeah, wow. It didn't work. So money and you're right. That's the mother of invention right there, is when you have money, you find ways to do things. And a lot of times when we build stuff here, we're just going back through the lumber we got laying around or repurposing. Like
I have the dangest pile of scrap lumber you've ever seen.
When I bought that kitchen cabinet top, right, I got to take plywood off my kitchen cabinet so I could take it back outside and help repurpose a goat house, And remember, and I said the other day I was going to buy another kitchen cabinet. I got that, and those are only $48. See, it doesn't have to be granite or marble. It doesn't have to be glorious, but it dang sure doesn't need to be plywood. I was really needing an upgrade there.
I like plywood. Very useful.
Yes. Garden cooking influencers.
Oh, cooking would be my nana.
Oh yeah.
Do you mean in my life or the ones that I watch?
Yeah.
In your life, who got
in my life? So it would be my nana. That's whose skills Dean used to do my cake the other day. She's always been a great cook, and she's always made everything from scratch. So probably the cooking wise, her. Gardening wise, my dad probably. And well, both my granddads always gardened, grew tomatoes and things. But probably my dad. He still grows now, even though he's struggling with his arthritis. He's still got his plot and stuff. He worked on a farm instead of going to school when he was a child. He used to skip school and go and work on the farm because he used to trade for food and crops and things. So it was just, to him, it was more valuable. So he's definitely one that's put that sort of lifestyle into me.
I learned off you. I grew up in Manchester. It's a big city, so there was no real land or gardens or anything to do anything. So I'm a proper city boy. So I come up here and I was like, "Do you mean tomatoes grow out of pots? You just get them from the supermarket."
That is awesome. You turned him into a country boy.
Yeah.
He turned me back into a country girl.
Her grandmother was a lot of her influence as far as the gardening and the cooking and stuff like that. With me is my grandfather. My grandma did most of the cooking, But Grandpa, he cooked out of necessity. You know, if you were the only two there, if you were out at camp or something, he'd cook, and he'd tell you, you'd ask him what's for dinner. He'd tell you, don't worry about it. It's brown hot, a lot of it. You know? But this man could build anything. He was a master carpenter. I'm not just saying that. He was actually a certified master carpenter. He's a cabinet maker.
Oh,
And
I need a cabinet maker.
He could fix pretty much anything. He actually, when he was 63, he took a class at a little Votech. It's like a little trade school. He took a class there to learn to work on small engines, so he wouldn't have to pay anybody to work on his lawnmowers and tillers and stuff. You know,
Wow.
this kind of guy he was. He's like, I don't want to pay somebody to work. I don't want to do it myself. So he was 63 years old and took a class. You know,
That's a good way to be, though, isn't it? Always expanding your skills. It's always.
He taught me everything useful that I learned in life. I mean, he was a great guy.
Wow.
And he was a World War II vet. I mean, he was a really standout guy.
My grandpa too. Now it's not clear to me when my grandma and grandpa, like he was in World War II. They got married in 46 or 48, something like that. Like, I don't know when he got out and then came home. He was a ranch hand in Kansas for a long time, and she stayed home with kids, and she did that, what you said, Kirsty, like she cooked from scratch. Ooh-wee. She can make bread without a recipe, you know. And then she was like 20-something, 30. She went back to work and worked for a natural gas company called Arkla, and then retired from there. So that woman was crazy. She used to go, I don't know if it was a part-time job while she was doing home, like the home stuff, or while she was working at Arkla. She cooked for 2 schools. She cooked for the college and just a school. So then she taught me how to cook. And she made me work in the garden. I had to weed. That's what I did. I didn't plant anything with her, but you bet you believe I learned to identify stuff and not pull it up. And then she had really awesome ponds, and I wanted to go fishing. So this was like the barter system her and I had. She took me, like, we picked wild plums. We did blackberries. I watched her can, that kind of stuff.
Mm.
So
that was ours. Little influencers.
Her grandma was a piece of work. Even when I met her, she was.
Oh, she could get so mad at you.
She was one of the
Kirsty.
meanest old women. I mean, she was a great lady. I loved her to death, but she had a mean streak, buddy. I mean, she was something else.
Smack you with whatever she had.
She was a corker. I mean, she was great. I mean, there should be more people like that in the world, but these days, I guess it wouldn't be politically correct.
And she thought he was awesome.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, she was a piece of work.
The Legos I liked.
It's okay. There's more of them, right? You know what happens here. My dogs are always running by my tripod and give me anxiety.
Yeah.
God.
It's just me, I'm sure. They're like just a tornado follows me wherever I go and stuff just falls
It's
on
chaos. The chaos field around. I have that too, Dean.
When I worked on a drilling rig, they told me I was like the Charlie Brown character, Pigpen. Little dirty kid. Everywhere he went, there was like a cloud of dust around him.
And when I talk, he hears the teacher. Wah, 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 wah. Hardest thing you ever did or went through, if you want to share. You don't have to tell the hardest thing. You can choose your hardest thing.
No,
we all have thousands, right?
My ovary.
Yeah, that was brutal.
So a few years ago, I was working full time and at university on a night, and I kept getting a bad pain in my side, but it just kept coming and going. And then I did my working week. It was Friday night, and the pain started coming stronger and stronger, and I thought, I'm just going to go to bed. So I woke up at 4 a.m. being sick. I was blacking out with the pain. And I rang the hospital. I rang 111, which is our non-emergency number here. And they told me to go to the hospital. And I was there, I was there 9 days altogether. They transferred me hospitals after 2 days because they couldn't manage my pain. I was on morphine. And I was on diclofenac, and I was on a drip. I wasn't eating or anything. And it took them 7 days to find out what it was. And what had happened is I can't even remember how big the cyst was.
Big though.
Was it something like 18 centimetres?
Cyst on
my right ovary, and my fallopian tube had wrapped round it and strangled it. And so it killed the ovary and killed the fallopian tube. And so I needed an emergency operation to remove them. So that was a few months before I got ill, wasn't it? Like permanently ill.
Yeah, you had that. So 5 months before you got.
Yeah. So like I'd put up with the pain for weeks and weeks, and yeah, it was that sudden thing that they said. Oh, at first I thought it was kidney stones. And then I did have kidney stones. So when they scanned me, I did have kidney stones. And it wasn't, and I got brushed off by doctors. Some wanted to send me home. But as soon as my pain medication had been in my system about half an hour, I was crying and blacking out with pain again. So that's why I got transferred hospital. And it took 6 days of me being in hospital like that before. And this was during COVID as well. So we weren't allowed.
Terrible.
So Dean couldn't come and visit or anything. I was on my own. It was 6 days before I got a lovely lady doctor who thought, right, it's something female, this. And she found it. And then I was operated on within 12 hours of her finding out what it was. And then after that, it was like a weight had been lifted. Like the pain was, I'd never had an operation before. And I was expecting this horrific pain afterwards. But it was absolutely nothing compared to what I've been through.
Compared to
like
what you were going through.
The pain of them 6 days was worse. It was worse than all 3 labours put together. It was horrific. I'd rather give birth another 20 times than go through that again. But it was horrific. It was, and it's one of them things that I've never really got over. Do you know, even though like obviously the pain's gone and stuff, but it was such a traumatic couple of days. I was just left because we weren't even allowed to talk really to the patient next to us in the bed because we weren't allowed to go close to them. It was so that was what
isolated. You were just isolated and scared. Horrible, and had never had an operation, and then they're like, "What is wrong?" You know, that's just terrible.
Man, COVID. I don't know how bad it was in England, but I know over here everybody just went insane. They acted like it was the end of the world, and it was just like
alone.
Toilet roll was worth more than gold.
I had what they call a aortic dissection. The aorta on top of my heart split just out of nowhere, and we found out that 80% of the people
you don't even like to hear that story
die from it because by the time they figure out what's going on, it's too late. I mean, you basically got a hole in your heart, and just bleeding out. But they, as luck would have it, they found it the night I went in. They found it and said, "Oh goodness, this was." Well, they wanted to fly me in a helicopter to Oklahoma City, which is the nearest big town to us, to the Hart hospital. And it was during COVID, and they actually said that they wouldn't take me because I wasn't an emergency.
He was out of it, and I was hearing the nurse call several hospitals. Several, and I was panicked. So
they were saying,
I mean,
if that's not an emergency, what the hell do you consider an emergency? The guy's dying here.
Die. I didn't say anything because,
but
I'm just.
They got me taken care of. They flew me to another hospital, and it was a really scary situation, but it all.
It was on Christmas Eve, and it was on his birthday.
Yeah, my birthday's Christmas Eve, so it was like, that's what I got for Christmas that year.
Oh, worst Christmas present ever.
He was wrapping presents when
what
it
was
happened.
bad, I'd spent 3 solid weeks, 21 days straight on a drilling rig down in Texas. And had worked 3 weeks straight. I worked an extra week. And I'd just got home. I'd been home a day and a half. And I was wrapping Christmas presents. I'd went and picked up, we had all these Christmas presents, waiting for me to pick them up. And I went and picked them up and I brought them home. And I was up back in the bedroom wrapping the presents. And she hollered at me from the kitchen. And I turned around. When I turned around, it felt like somebody hit me with an axe in the chest.
Right.
And that was it. I mean, it was so weird. 3 weeks on a drilling rig, and I'm wrapping Christmas presents at home when it happens. It's just nuts. That's luck for you.
I assume better it happened at home though on a drilling rig, because trying to get to a hospital from there would have been horrendous, I would imagine.
If it would have happened on a drilling rig, chances are, me being the dummy that I am, I probably would have said I'll feel better in the morning and went to bed. And that would have been it. I would have never woke up again. But yeah, everything happened. I mean, best case scenario for me. But
He didn't want to go to the hospital either, Kirsty.
when I drove myself to the hospital,
I called the ambulance. Because I said, "You're going. It's not your choice." And I'm just going to drive myself in. He goes marching out to the car, and we're like, "Okay." And we went with him, right? And I'm like holding on to the wheel. It was crazy.
It was terrible. Well, the doctor, the surgeon in Tulsa, where they finally sent me, he met me getting off the helicopter. And this is like one of the best heart surgeons in Oklahoma. He meets me and he says, "Have you got a cell phone?" I said, "Yes, sir." He said, "Well, you better make any calls you want to make, because I'm giving you about a 50% chance of waking up from this." I was like, well, tell me the good news, I mean, talk about bedside manner.
Me and Haley watched Christmas shows on the little TV while all that was happening to him behind the scenes, It was really crazy. It was terrible. It was so terrible. That was the most terrible thing by far.
Our local hospital, for months, I'd go in for checkups and stuff, and they called me the Miracle Man. Because, like I said, 80% of the people it happens to die from it. And even if they do find it, most of the time, it can't be fixed quick enough.
You're going to ask this next one, all right? I don't want to talk about this anymore.
It was pretty nuts.
He's happy to survive, though, clearly. Wouldn't you be just like, wow, I lived?
They say a broken heart can't kill you. Well, yeah, it can, I found out.
Welcome into
Just Asking
and WSU
Millennial.
And Millennial, yes.
Okay.
And if you guys have any questions too, if y'all want to type them in, that'd be good.
Dean, do you have any hobbies you like to do and just things to pass your time? Or?
I'm a simple being, Ray. It's just play music, listen to music, and play video games when I get the chance. About it, really. I'm one of them kids. I grew up with consoles, so I've always played video games. So if I've got a bit of spare time, I'll hop on there.
I like Resident Evil.
We have all the old video games. We have a Super Nintendo. We have like
classic.
We have like
Mario
PlayStation
Kart.
1 and all the old N64. You remember that one? The Nintendo 64. We still have that one with some games. I mean, we've got all the old. We're old school. And like you said, the 80s. It's like 80s around here. All our kids are raised on 80s music and 80s TV shows. It was really the best decade. Why change?
That's how I pass the winter months. I choose something. I go kill a zombie or something.
I can't play them games. It's too. I'm like that.
That's what my brother plays, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm simple at the minute. I'm playing Lego Batman.
Oh, heck yeah!
I like Mario Golf. We have Mario Baseball too.
I don't have the. I don't know if it's the hand-eye coordination or what it is, but yeah, I'm not a great video game player.
They're funny.
Yeah, but you've got the useful skills. You can build.
Like
you see my attempts to make things.
the original Mario, when I play it, my little guy would just run like hell, jumping over things until he fell in a hole,
Timing. It's just all about timing.
Yeah, I didn't have the coordination. I mostly shoot. My activity is usually outdoor things. I like shooting my bow, and I have a forge back there that I have to get more propane for, building knives and stuff like that. Oh, nice. She just recently got me a welder. I'm going to start playing with that.
Mainly the outdoor thing I do is I tend to go fishing whenever I get a chance. I'd like to do a bit of fishing.
Oh, I love fishing. She was talking about her grandmother used to bribe her with fishing. She had, tell her she'd weed the garden, she'd go fishing. When I met her, she did the same thing with me. I wanted to go fishing. She's like, well, if you can help me out here in this garden, you can fish in my ponds. And I would work my butt off. She used to tell her, you wouldn't believe how hard that man worked just so we can go fishing.
Worth it, though. It's like the peace you get when you just sat with a rod in your hand or a pole and just waiting for a bite. It's so calming.
This woman loves to fish, but has no patience. None. If she's been there for 10 minutes and ain't got a bite, she's ready to go home.
It's got to happen,
I mean,
what are we doing? Are we fishing? We just sitting here.
Best one I ever had with my little brother. I took him fishing. It was his first time ever fishing. I had like a little whip pole. So I was telling him, put it in, wait for the float to drop, and then you pull a fish out like this. And there was a fish on the end that quick. I was like, that doesn't happen that fast normally. Don't get excited.
I started the you have to lick your worm for luck thing, and my children would catch fish that way. And they would swear by the saliva on the worm. It just had to be, you had to lick it. You couldn't kiss it. You had to just give it a little lick.
I've just been totally ignoring the chat.
Hillbilly, he has welded. Like in high school and probably after, but it's been a long time since he's welded. He got a welder. It's a 3-in-1 welder. Well, I got it the same day as the little limb saw. Like he hasn't got to use it yet.
No, I get to use the stuff she bought to work with, but the stuff she bought for me to play with, I haven't got to use yet. That's just the way it works.
We had garden limbs, like tree limbs. I'm sorry, garden limbs. Tree limbs over like our electrical and our like internet wire out there. So sooner or later, it was just really going to go. It was important. Besides the garden.
You should have heard her, though. We got that. It's like an 8-foot pole saw.
It's so heavy. If I did not have a man, we would not be able. Me and Haley would both have to run that thing together. It's so heavy.
She was actually asking me, can you climb the tree with that? I mean, come on.
I was just exploring the options. I was exploring the options.
Not super hillbilly.
What are our limits, right? We all, as women.
See, she tries the same thing that her grandmother did. Said, if you'll do this for me, then you can go play with your welder or go play in your forge.
I don't hold as many charms for him anymore. That's what it is.
The thing is, the chores never end.
Oh my God, they really don't.
That's like, okay, 10 minutes before this, I was out there weeding in the garden. I mean, I had to come in and wash my hands to get ready for
I did help. I swear to you. We're making way back there. All right, let's get back to it now. There's only a few questions left.
Okay.
Embarrassing moments. I will start this off. I got caught sunbathing naked one time a long time ago. Well, my kids were in school and I lived in the country. He was home and somehow he let some weirdo walk around the back of the house and I got caught sunbathing in the nude. I told Granny's Southern Corner, I think was her channel name. I told her this story this week because she said she had a swimsuit malfunction. I said, well, and that was the only time and the last time I did that.
Okay. She says I just let this guy go around the house. What it was a guy that was kind of friends of ours. We were friends with his wife. He was kind of a screwball, but anyway. We were just trying to help him out. You let him make a little extra money, and he was going to mow our yard. And she'd made the deal with him to mow the yard. So, okay, whatever. had my own lawnmower. And like I said, we're just trying to help this guy out. And he shows up and he said he's ready to mow the yard. I was like, well, okay, you know, that's between you and her. I got my own thing going on. He just gets the lawnmower and goes around. I didn't know she was back there naked. Next thing I hear this blood curdling scream. I'm like, oh, hell, man, what happened now? And I go back there, and this poor guy looks like he's about to die of embarrassment. And Amanda's about to die of embarrassment. And I'm just like, oh, wow, yeah, I missed the whole thing. You go, guys.
I did not get tan.
I don't think I have one. I think because I get embarrassed by every little thing, and I get secondary embarrassment from something.
So Kirsty's going around. She's going around like fixing all the things that would embarrass Kirsty.
Yeah. I can't think of one specific thing because I get embarrassed all the time.
And my thing would be, what's embarrassment?
Right.
We don't care.
Like
Yeah, we're a lot alike. We don't have any
me.
shame.
I don't.
Kirsty has all the shame for us.
I remember walking down the street once and I slipped on a patch of ice. So I just stood up and went, ta-da! To everybody there.
Yeah.
I don't care.
And that was me that went red.
That's not valid.
Yes.
Yeah, I have no. I mean, the stuff I've been through in my life, you can't embarrass me. You know, I mean, honestly.
I really can't think of anything offhand that you've done.
Not that would. I mean,
I've probably done stuff that embarrass you, but embarrass me, all right.
No, he'll just laugh with you. That's what Larry does.
Somebody asked if that was a phone on the wall behind you.
A phone? Oh,
Yes,
well,
that
big
black
fat
thing.
eye.
I've seen that too.
Oh, that's our new solar. So we've built. So we've got a solar system. So my mum and dad live next door, and my dad's got a big pond with koi in. So we've put the solar above that, the solar panels, and then that's the new. It's the solar charge controller, and then I will put it in a video at some point. But now that should run our dehydrator and our hydroponics. And
Cool.
It charges our phones and laptops and things off the solar. So
That's amazing.
it came at a good time because we got an email yesterday saying the gas and electric prices are going up again by a couple 13%. So I'm glad we've got it because we don't have a car at the moment. So while we're not spending money on a car, we've been getting little bits that we've wanted. So that was a big want for us because the things that I'm preserving and things I don't want to rely on the grid for. I want to do it as off grid as I can. So that's why I was bringing stuff out the garden and putting it in the dehydrator, but then I was using the house electric and then we were charging that way. So it's an upgrade for our other one. Our other one only did laptops and phones.
That is super smart, Kirsty. You're keeping costs down while preserving. So really eliminating the footprint for because I've spent $20 on, because I didn't have any wide mouth. I only had like 1 or 2 wide mouth quart jars.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't find any. They didn't have them at Walmart where they would have been cheaper. I had to buy them here in town. Since they're further from the interstate, they were $20 for the thing of them. And I was thinking, that makes some really expensive canned tomatoes, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It really aggravated me. So like just thinking about making sure I take care of them and everything like that. So make the cost count. But you're doing it on another level. That's amazing.
Well, we've got the little like barbecue out there as well, haven't we? So we can cook on there and then preserve through here, and then so it's like
we're just
trying to reduce costs constantly.
Yeah. So like the only way where we've been able to afford that, it was only a couple of £100, which it's a lot to us. It is a lot to us.
That's a lot.
But because I had to scrap the car and we got a bit of money for scrapping the car, and then we're not paying for fuel or anything at the moment, we thought we're going to do something that will really help us out with the money and get that. And so far, it's doing really, really well. Yeah, it's
a big help on it.
Yeah. So hopefully we should see a difference. Well, hopefully it'll be neutral with the bills going up.
Yeah, cancel.
Hopefully, it'll cancel
Man,
it out.
the price of everything is just through the roof these days.
Yeah.
What was the reason for the rate increase?
The Middle East.
The Middle Eastern war.
Yeah.
So it's the same.
tell you.
So there's also in the UK we're meant to be getting 50% food price increase by November too. So which is it's unaffordable. Do you know?
Where's that going to come from, right?
Where do you find? How can you just spend that much extra on shopping? So that's why we're really trying to grow what we can. It's before it was a hobby, but it just seems so much more. It's so much more essential now just to live. Do you know? It's something that.
It's like I said, you're getting priced out of being alive because
Yeah.
everything's going up that much now. It's like, can you afford to live yourself?
No, right?
So we're doing what we can. So the next thing we're doing is we've got a little back patio. So we're in the dining room now, and where the dining room extension is, there's a small patio there. So we're hoping we're going to order a green stalk next week, and we're hoping that area will do all of our salads throughout the summer. Do you know? Because it costs, I don't know how to translate. Over here, a cauliflower is £2 ish, which I'm not sure what the
rate is.
convert. I'll quickly Google it, because for the amount that it is for one plant is ridiculous.
Not worth it. It's cheaper just to buy the seeds and give it time and patience and grow it.
Yes, it is.
Well, even when you buy it at the store, you don't know what it's been through. You know?
Exactly.
$2.68 for one cauliflower, and they're like this big. They're not like the ones we grow. They're like tiny.
Right. Like
Yeah.
half a cauliflower.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even
They don't show you the head. They take all that green, or what you're buying is just the stem with the cauliflower on it. Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't taste the same either, does it? It's like the other day, for our first time with homegrown potatoes.
Yeah.
They were amazing and all.
Yeah.
Best potatoes I've ever had. Like,
Yeah,
I got a double handful. I need to get better.
Well, it's the first time you've tried your hand at potatoes. And my grandpa, he used to grow potatoes about the ton. But
it was our first time growing. They were only little ones. So you
we've had some before. But
boiled them to put in a salad.
Because I don't put anything deep in beds because of my back injury.
Right.
It's not really
Oh yes, Kirsty. After my experience in the garden yesterday, my back was on. Farmer Chaz jinxed me because my back was terrible all night. You know, I mean, I can only do what I can do because I got issues too. You know.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was like, man, is something wrong with me? I was like, no. You did the shovel thing, plus you were all bent over. Just go lay on the couch, watch TV.
But I should be able to climb the tree with the pole.
No. Listen, I got hot and I got my kidney thing, and it was the kidney thing. The kidney thing plus the shovel.
With my job, I'm used to being outside all the time.
It's not like I did too much.
Doesn't bother me in the
me.
heat
That's
as
not
much.
what I'm saying. It's my issues.
We just got back from a week in Arkansas painting bridges, and you're out there on a bridge. It's like being in the middle of a skillet.
Yes, on the concrete, right? With no water. I mean, you got drinking water, but I mean,
this is what was bad. It was like we had one day the heat index was 120, and we're on a bridge painting above a creek that you could see through. I mean, just crystal clear water running past, and we're up there painting, dying in the heat. You know, man, I just want to go down there and jump in the water. I'll be back later. You know?
No, this verse.
Goals for the future:
have more money, or not need money.
Not need money as much.
Yeah.
I would guess your goals are probably more sustainability, being able to get like another solar panel feature business and expanding on that. And I love your idea for your sun porch garden.
Yeah.
Is that
yeah, like grow a little bit more, try and utilize the space a bit better, and then it's try and grow our channel as well. For me,
Yeah.
I think that's main aims at the minute.
Yeah, we're channel wise, we'd like to try and get a lot more people doing what we do, because people can't survive without it. And then goal wise, short term goals would be, I think we're happy with the solar now. Financially, we couldn't do much more than we've got now. If we didn't have the dehydrator and stuff running, it would run our big freezer if we had a power cut or something. And Dean's Crested Gecko's heat lamp, which was our main priority. So we can keep him alive, and we can keep the freezer stuff fine if needed. Everything else we can hopefully do without, because we can cook on the wood burn, like outside on coal or wood or whatever, and do things that way. So solar wise, that'd be it. But it's to grow as much as we can, and more meaningful food. So I'm going to really prioritize just growing what we eat, not the things that are popular. So things that we actually eat and things that will sustain us and what are expensive in the shops. I think that's probably the biggest thing that will help us financially the most.
But our next thing's cockerel. We've got a cockerel lined up. Rooster. We just have to expand the chicken coop, and then we're going to try getting our own meat birds.
Yeah, that's
I've got some birds I need to kill right now and put them in the freezer.
I don't know. Don't say kill.
Oh, really?
Yes, say unalive.
Well, they need to go from the pen to the freezer. So, it'd be much easier if they weren't.
Freezer camp.
Yeah. Go in a freezer camp.
Oh. Why take it to the freezer? We could just straight away just make our bone broth and chicken broth,
Well, one of them she's wanting me to get rid of, though. She's been around forever. She's like,
I am not going to listen to this sad story.
I call her Snake Eye. She has one eye that is reptilian. It's really weird. It has a slit pupil. I mean, if you look at that eye, you can tell that chickens came from dinosaurs, because, I mean, it is reptilian. And I call her Snake Eye. But
I pointed it out yesterday, too.
She's really old, and, I mean, she's really worthless or anything other than just your pet. But it's just,
I think that's chickens, isn't it? But they become pets. A lot of them, if they've got them just for egg laying, a lot of them do become pets, I think.
Yeah, I think our 8 that we've got now have names. And because we raised them from chicks, I think we got really attached. So it's one of them. We're doing a separate thing. We're not naming them and everything because it's because we've seen how we are meat eaters. There's 5 of us in the house. We all eat meat. And seeing how the animals are raised that we buy in the shops, to me, that's not me caring for the animals. I'd rather do that myself and know that they've been well cared for. They haven't been injected with everything and given everything. They're not given hormones and all this other stuff. And
yes,
as a meat eater, that's what I think the next step.
A responsibility. Everyone's lost a connection with that. You saw in the chat yesterday.
Yeah.
One person was like, "Oh, and I said, listen, here is my philosophy. My chickens never suffer. I don't have sick chickens ever because, sooner or later they're going to go on my pot."
Now we've got a billy goat that I could probably eat him tomorrow.
What would he taste like, though? What would be the point?
Me and that goat.
It wouldn't be any damn good. The way he smells, Kirsty. Ugh.
Now get this. Her and our daughter can go out there and he'll just come up to the fence, act like a big dog and want petted behind the ears, and all this stuff. And he makes all these cool little noises. I go out there, it's like 90 mile an hour, slam into the fence trying to get to me. If I go in the pen, I have to keep facing him the whole time or he will nail me. He's just a pain in the butt. So, I could definitely do away with him.
I have a healthy fear of him, let me tell you.
You need it. He is stout. I mean, he's the Nigerian dwarf. They're not really big goats. He's about the size of a big German shepherd. But let me tell you, he can. I weigh about 215 pounds, and he could put meat down in a heartbeat. You know?
Oh, they can generate that power fast as well. They don't need much of a run.
Yeah, they don't take a run. He just
No,
kind of leans back.
He can just kind of lean back. You'll see him suck his head down and lean back. Here it comes. Get ready for it.
We have a friend who has goats, and he said, "We'll see. You're supposed to just keep them a couple of years, breed up, and then get rid of them."
He has a 2-year limit on his billies. He said, "I keep them for 2 years."
And I see why, because they're scary.
That's it.
They really are. I mean, I'm scared of them.
She's talking about they don't taste well. He said he makes his in a dog food.
Which is, I'm telling you, though.
He feeds his dogs the billy goats that he's done with.
I think our kitten would eat it. They don't.
I'm not scared to do stuff like that. I'm just saying, it's sad, maybe a little bit.
Well, he was our first goat, too.
They'll hurt your females too. So if you're really serious about making, babies to sell and keeping your females healthy, the responsible thing to do. Also, we did not know to go ahead and nub the horns, right?
You were talking about utilizing space. We live in a small town. We have a decent sized yard, but it's not huge. But we have right now about 20 chickens, 3 goats, gardens on just about every inch of the yard.
Don't say the numbers out loud. Not all of those chickens are supposed to be with us. And
for one thing, it really helps us out. Our city inspector is a farmer.
Oh, nice.
So he came by. He actually came by one time checking out our pens there. He's like, "Man, this is the cleanest setup." He said, "I'm gonna start doing my pens like this."
That was with wood chip in place, by the way. I'm really worried about.
Well, right now we can't because of all the rain. You put down wood chips. I usually keep a layer of wood chips in our pens. But with all the rain, that has ended up in the alley.
I was quite lucky because our chicken coop's at the back end of our garden, which is down low, so it's got nowhere to go because it's at the lowest point. So deep fill litter, just easy peasy.
I just caught that big snake in our chicken pen last week. Did y'all see the video of the big snake that I got out of there? I lock up our chickens at night because we've lost more chickens to stray cats here in town than we lost to bears when we lived in Colorado. They're horrible. So I lock them up at night. Well, when I lock them up, I go in and get eggs. And I was going in to get eggs, and I see this snake's tail going into the nest. So I grabbed him, whipped him out of there. He ended up being about a 5-foot chicken snake. He was enormous. The thing got me, though, I took him down the road just a little ways. There's a big drainage ditch. And I just took him down there and threw him off in the drainage ditch, and gave him somewhere else to go. But I was thinking the whole time I was dragging him, I wonder what people driving by were thinking with this guy in the middle of the night dragging his snake down the sidewalk,
I don't know. I'm thankful we don't get snakes here, do we?
We get the little ones in the woods and stuff, but nothing.
And stray cats, any other cat doesn't come in because our kitten quite territorial. So
he brings me snakes all the time.
Yeah, I'm always catching little snakes, but this sucker was. I brought him up at the back door and said, "You want to see this thing?" And our daughter screamed and ran. Get a hold of him.
My mom told a story that I don't know what she was doing, but she went to go in her closet and there was a big chicken snake in there. And then she went and told her mother, my grandmother, my grandma was in the kitchen. She grabbed a knife and she went in there. And my mom said she kept going, yeah, over and over and over. And by the time she was done, that thing was in pieces all over the closet. And it smelled so bad. They were all gagging. And she made my mom clean it up. My mom was traumatized. And that snake was still flopping around. I said, "Oh, wasn't it dead?" "Yes." And the whole thing was just horrifying to me too. I don't like snakes.
They don't bother me.
I almost picked up a water moccasin one time.
When I was younger, I used to catch snakes and sell them. There was a place by where I lived that would pay $10 a foot for poisonous snakes.
Oh, wow.
Why?
They used them for anti-venom.
Oh.
And so I would spend my summer catching snakes and taking them to Me and my buddies be driving around the lake, be like, "Stop the truck!" And they'd stop, and I'd jump out, grab a rattlesnake, throw him in the back, and you're like, "Oh, jeez."
We've had stuff that Larry killed cookouts.
Yeah, it used to be a yearly thing. We have a deep freeze, and every year before hunting season, we'd have to clear out the deep freeze, and we'd have the stuff Larry killed cookout for all our friends. We'd have deer meat and wild pigs and rattlesnakes and turkey and stuff that I'd killed for the year.
Who did you start rattlesnake hunting with?
Lou.
Yeah. The guy that caught me naked.
Yeah.
All right. We came right back around to that. Okay, one more left. I know you guys like to watch weird shows, cryptid shows. Have you guys ever seen anything strange?
I have.
And what's your favorite?
In 2 different occasions, I've seen a large cat, like not your standard cat, like I'm talking big cats. So
like puma.
Over here, like cougar-sized cats, which shouldn't be over here.
That legend over there. I can't remember what they called it, but I've actually heard of that.
But 2 times I've seen them. Like the first one, we were driving, and it was across a good 3 farmers' fields on a wood line. So it's like, and the cat from that distance looked like a large domestic cat from the distance I was at. So up close, that thing must have been huge. I was like, that's twice I've seen it.
Paranormal or whatever, some weird shows we've watched. You've seen that one that's like running next to the car in that one, like it's off in the ditch, or maybe it's a story of somebody who said there was something running next to the car.
Well, like I said, it's one of those shows. I've actually heard of that a big cat being spotted over there. They had a name for it. I can't remember what it was, but I remember seeing it. But that's awesome. You actually saw it.
Twice in 2 different places.
Wow.
One was near the beach.
Another one was near the beach. We're walking along the beach and up the cliffs. I actually seen it, like big cat, and I was like, that looks a bit bigger than normal. So I ran over to see what it was. By the time I got there, gone, nothing there.
I only caught like the back end of it, but you could tell it was feline, but not like our cats that we have at home. It had that wildcat shape, like if you watch a documentary on like pumas and things like that, it was more of that. And I only saw the back end of it, and to me, it was like the size of a very, very large dog.
It's big.
Yeah.
It's amazing how big those things can get. When we lived in Colorado, we had mountain lions there.
The Beast of Exmoor is one that's in Devon and Somerset, and then the Beast of Bodmin Moor, which is in Cornwall.
They're more down south. Ours was Yorkshire. Yeah, Yorkshire where we've seen them.
Gloucester.
Wow. Well, those cougars we had in Colorado. I mean, you hear about the cougars, they're a big cat, but until you actually see one, you can't really fathom how big you're really talking. I mean, some of these things are huge.
So we lived in Colorado for a little bit, and the trash was by the back porch. So there's a learning curve when you live with bears, And it turns out it's electricity. You just got to scare them off. They'll smell it and they won't come around. So like, I had the trash by the back porch, and it was, like day before trash kick. They know, they come. So like a baby bear, he got in my trash. So I go to the back door. I said, "Get out of there." And he fell out of my trash can and was trying to haul away his trash sack. He tripped and fell. I'm going to turn around and get it. And he saw me and changed his mind and ran off. So he's going like this, right? Here comes this thing like that. And all I could really tell was it was sort of a beigeish, kind of silvery in the moonlight. And the tail on it was so big. It was so long. It was as long as its body. Wow. And it just went and then was out of my line of, it was only about 10, 15 feet away from me. But I looked it up, and that was a mountain lion that I saw. And I interrupted. Circle of life. Baby bear eats trash. mountain lion eats baby bear, and it was going to happen right on my back porch. And I told girl, we can't be going outside after dark anymore, doing no chicken tendon or anything like that, because I have seen some things. I didn't sleep for a while. I'm telling you. I was like, whoa.
Yeah,
You got that feeling. Did you get that feeling? It's like when you see something like that, you're like,
yeah, when that big cat, I seen like the arms on my hair, like hairs on my arm that was standing up, like no, something's just not quite right.
Right. Yes.
That's that prehistoric bloodline telling you you're in trouble here, buddy.
Yeah.
Fight or flight. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Well, I'm stupid though, because I run at it. I'm stupid, so it'd be die. It was like, what's that? Rah!
I didn't even breathe. I'm telling you, because
I actually hit a bear with a rake. That's how dumb I do. Yeah.
we had a room that was sort of lower level, and I was down there eating a chocolate chip cookie, and I saw the bear come walking up and look right at my chicken pen. I knocked on the window. I was like, hey, get out of here. And she looked at me and was like, and I swear, I said, you idiot, you got food in your hand. So I was like, eye level with her.
Now the one I hit with a rake, he had we heard the trash can knock over, and I went out there and ran the bear off. And wasn't 5 minutes later, it did it again. So I went out there and ran the bear off again. Well, the third time he did it, I was really aggravated. So I came out the door and there was a rake leaning against the wall. And I grabbed the rake and whacked him with it. And he backed up and started huffing and grinding his teeth, and shaking his head. And I was like, oh, yeah. So I just take a running step and swung it like a baseball bat. Rake head actually went flying off. And the bear took off running. I'm like, yeah, that's what you get, And I go back in the house and she tells me, you're out there hitting a bear with a rake. I was like, well, now that it's calmed down, that don't seem like such a good idea. But at the time.
in the moment, it doesn't matter, though, does it?
Yeah,
I'm winning.
She actually kept the rake head for a while just to remind me of the stupid stuff I do sometimes.
Only, what were black bear, brown bears? What are they?
Bear.
Black bear. Yeah. We never saw any like grizzlies.
Well, grizzlies are pretty rare in the lower 48 these days. I mean, up north in Wyoming, you'll get a few, but that's about it.
So you never saw any UFOs, any lights in the sky or anything?
Oh, I have.
You have?
Yes, and I've got my friend that I've known since I was 5 was there as well, and she remembers. I messaged her and see if she remembered it, and she does. So when we were teenagers, we both stayed at my grandmother's house, and it was getting late. It wasn't late, but it was probably about 11 p.m. My nana and granddad were still up, and we were in the upstairs bedroom and that was where the back of the house was. And suddenly there was this like blue light, and everything went deathly silent, like completely, like this week. Not just like when you're in the house on your own. There was nothing, no humming, no sounds outside. It was just this blue light, and we peeked out of the window, and it was like the sky wasn't there. It was like there was something blocking it. Like something huge. I couldn't see a shape. It was just like the sky that came down. It was just that it's hard to explain, but you couldn't see the cloud or anything. There was just nothing. It was just this big something. And so we ducked like under the window, and it must have felt like ages, but there was no sound at all. It was this horrible silence, and all the hairs in our arms and stuff were stood up. And we just sat there for so long. And then suddenly it was just, and everything was just back to normal. There was noise. We could hear the static of the TV that my grandparents were watching downstairs. And we were spooked, and we went downstairs, and how my grandparents' house was, their living room was front to back. So their TV was to the back of the house as well. and their windows with their curtains were still open. And so, did you see the light? And they were like, no, nothing happened here. Like, but you could hear. Do you know it was the 90s or early 2000s? So the TV had that static sound, didn't it, back then?
Right.
And but we could hear that before it happened, and while it was happening, that noise wasn't there at all. It was the most bizarre thing.
So it interrupted like TV signal, right?
Yeah, but they didn't remember. They didn't see a light or anything. I said, "Did you see a helicopter or anything?" And they're just completely oblivious to what this was. And yeah, so and I messaged my friend about it because I watched a few cryptid things and UFO things and stuff on YouTube, and it just came into my head after I was watching it because there's quite a few sightings that I didn't realise that have been around here. And I messaged her to see if she still remembered, and she just still remembers it like how we do. So I don't know what it was. Like, I don't know. We were old enough to know. Like,
that's a good one, Kirsty.
Yeah. I can't say what it was, but it was something unidentified. It wasn't a helicopter because it didn't have that noise helicopters do. The lights, like the sky, like how nothing explains the sky being not there. Like something had been lowered over the top.
Something really big.
That was like the mothership.
Yeah, and
they were looking for Kirsty.
We were just in a regular town, like we weren't in the middle of nowhere. There was streets.
So there would have been like town lights too, right? And like
but there was nothing but this blue glow and this really low something going low down.
And
like I said, that's all I can see is the bottom of something. The best way I can describe it, but yeah, it's
the others not seeing anything makes you wonder if something happened to you guys or something happened to them.
Yeah, who got infected?
Yeah, because for them not to remember anything.
Exactly.
But like,
I hate to tell you this, but you got taken.
Maybe.
I'm telling you.
If you feel any weird pains in the next couple of days, you might want to check it out. Just say it.
There was some UFO reporting website that me and Haley used to go check out from time to time. And you could search things like by area or the time and see in your area, was there, this or that or whatever reported and stuff like that. Yeah. It would be cool to take key moments like that, like your moment, and try to line it up with, can you figure out what year it was? You know what I mean? Year and month.
I have passed it on to, there's someone called Andy Shadows. I think he's called Shadows and Sightings on YouTube. He doesn't live too far from us. He lives in Newcastle, which is about, half an hour drive from us.
Yeah.
So I have passed that story on to him and not give him the exact, I've gave him the town that it happened in to see, because he's got access to he's went to the library and got all the old files about the things that have happened over decades, really. So I have sent it to him. I did have a look, but I couldn't really find much. I think it's not something that tends to be put out there, does it?
Yeah.
Because you just look a bit loony.
Nothing to see here.
Really cool one. That's a really cool one.
Yeah.
The cat one too.
Like I said, I've heard that cat story about. There was some Animal X or one of those shows on like Discovery Channel I watched where they did like an episode on the big cats in the UK.
Mm.
Here in Oklahoma, they've been saying for at least 20 years that our mountain lion population was decimated and then we didn't have a breeding population or whatever, that they just weren't here. And he's been saying for over 20 years that that's lies. And it just this last year or the year before, they have been catching more mountain lions on game trails and stuff like that. But this year, the news actually put it out, and there's 2 or 3 living, breathing, like mating pairs and their babies. They've been caught. So
they are doing something. Nature finds a way.
Well, when I was about 15 or 16, my grandpa and I used to do a lot of coon hunting. Raccoons, we'd chase them with dogs, run up trees.
Do you guys have raccoons?
No.
No.
Well,
But
anyway,
I thought the biggest thing with badgers is probably the biggest.
Bad business, but not raccoons.
grab her. Anyway, we would coon hunt, and we were coon hunting on this like recreation area where there's like picnic tables and stuff around the lake, you know.
Mm.
And this one dog that I had, she would run bobcats besides coons. You never could get her out of the habit. She just liked it, you know. And you could tell when she was running a cat because they run real fast and straight. A coon kind of circles, but a cat will run real fast and straight. Well, you could tell she got on a cat track. This my grandpa said, well, let's get in the truck and head on around the road and head her off. Well, we did, and we got in the truck, and when we made the corner, our headlights hit this cougar crossing the road. And it stunned him long enough for the dog to catch up. And that was the last mistake she ever made. He decimated her right there in the headlights. I mean, it was horrible.
Oh.
And well, the point is, I called the game department and told them, hey, man, you know, we're on Gaines Creek Recreation Area, which it's like I said, it's a recreation area. People picnic there. They said, a mountain lion just killed my dog. He said, you might want to send somebody out here to check this out. And I was like, oh, mountain lions aren't in Oklahoma. I was like, I just watched this thing eat the dog, you know, it's there. I was like, well, if you see one, you better not do anything. I was like, I'm not telling you I want to kill it. I'm telling you, you know, we're in a recreation area and you have a dangerous animal here. And they would not hear of it, you know.
LGG.
I was like, this is not conjecture. I'm not like making a guess. I watched the dadgum thing. It was right there in the headlights.
LGG Love says men are destroying the natural environment, and so it is being pushed further back. I agree with that. I agree. Well, and also, and then, you know, they try to tell you that things are endangered and that, like, you can't control predators on your property without, you know, getting permission from a game warden and proving that you've got dead livestock there, you know.
Well, didn't
and then the balance gets disrupted.
Yeah.
Didn't you just have that problem with foxes down there in Australia? She said you can't do nothing to the foxes, but that one like killed all our chickens.
I don't know about that.
It wasn't. She said it wasn't Gimli. It was Susan. You know, she was saying something about the fox killed her chickens, but like foxes were protected.
Never mind. It was a dove.
Oh, you're bird watching.
Listen, I pet your dog, and I told her she was okay, and then I put her in there with Rucker Howard so she wouldn't scream at us.
Yeah, the screaming. My little dog has allergies real bad.
Oh.
And every now and then she'll take these fits and she'll like grab the sides of her head and just start squealing. That's like a little kid. I don't know.
It looks like she's having a seizure, guys.
It could be. I don't know. She's like
a dwarf.
Yeah, she had a rough birth. She's not a normal dog.
Mm.
She was born a dwarf. She was like the female was too old to have puppies and the little male didn't care. So, yeah, she was born a dwarf. She was like half the size she should have been. Couldn't even nurse. You know, it was.
No.
She's special needs. She's something else.
Oh, bless.
I think we're wrapping up the interview, guys, right? I don't want to leave it feeling awkward. Did anybody here just came back from Ozark, Springfield, Missouri? Yes, LG. Didn't you went down there and camped with Miss T and them and CC and all? Didn't y'all go? Did you go with that group? I think you did.
I was just south of there. We were there in Benton County.
They got back to nature, that group. They looked like they had a good time. But I told Miss T that wasn't camping, by the way, because y'all had cabins y'all were sleeping in. That is not camping. Where I went, you're lucky if you have a tent.
They're roughing it, you know. I think more people should get out and do that, though. I mean, the less you...
I was kind of think we should go fishing.
The less you have to rely on society, the better off you are.
Yeah. Definitely.
And that's a lost art. Actually, I mean, you look at the kids these days, and if they can't find it on their cell phone, they don't know about it, you know. And I mean, like my grandpa, the way he brought us up is if you came in the house before dinner time, you better be bleeding. You know,
Yeah, stay
outside
out.
to find something to do.
And let's bring this back there. Kirsty and Dean, you know, we got experience. You were a city kid, Dean. Kirsty, you had experience. I had experiences from my grandparents. He did too. You know, and the disconnect between families has gotten nothing but worse since we were all kids. You know, and people, and I hate to bring this all back around to YouTube. People on YouTube, some people don't have that grandma. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I want y'all to know how important what it is that y'all do.
Oh, yeah.
And that I want to see y'all successful on YouTube. You know what I mean? And yeah, don't be afraid to go live. Don't be afraid to go real hard on YouTube. You need to, you know, if you can get monetized, it'd be great. You are the kind of people that need to be monetized.
Keepers of the knowledge.
You are the opposite of AI. And I swear to God, we need that right now.
Man,
you know,
the problem I think there is there's a lot of stigma around what we do because the culture now is very consumerism. It's just like, oh, buy my get now, give money, and it's like the amount of people who won't step back and look and think, well, if I grow this, I'm going to save this. It's not there.
Well, and when you, like you said, stigma, a lot of times if you are trying to do stuff like that for yourself, you know, like me with a forge and stuff back here and growing our own food, and, you know, you get labeled a prepper, you know, like you're some kind of doomsday nut job that's going to be joining a militia.
I don't mind the label, to be honest. I don't mind doomsday nut job will do me. At least I'm prepared.
But there is that stigma, though, isn't it?
There is, yeah. As soon as I said, oh, I like storing certain stuff, like, oh, you're a doomsday prepper. I'm like, no, I'm an anything and everything. Exactly. But if the doomsday happens, I've got stuff. So it's not that I prep for doomsday. I've been able to feed us when I got ill, when Dean lost his job, when we had a major bill. We've had food in, we've been able to do stuff. And it's about, that's what it is, isn't it? It's food security.
Well, it's like anything can happen. It could be an economic crash, war could break out and cut all the food supplies off. And it's like, all of you who just go to the shop constantly, how are you going to survive when the shops haven't got when you just get it?
Yeah.
COVID, when they tried to tell us we couldn't go to the store, you know.
Yeah, and we were eating pasta because we had plenty and we didn't have to go, did we?
People lose their minds in those situations. I mean,
I think we literally went 3 weeks before we had to go get something.
You remember the guy that tried to steal our little wagon? I used to walk here in our little town, real small. So during COVID, I would just walk. You know, I didn't drive the car, and I took this. We had this little wagon I'd take. You know, load what I needed in the wagon, take it home. Well, I came out one day, and this guy was loading my wagon into his car. I was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Well, I just found it sitting over there."
Also,
I was like, "Yeah, it's mine." He's
because
like, "Because
of his heart thing, he got to where he walked everywhere. If he was going to the pharmacy to pick up his heart medicine, he walked there. It's only a few blocks down the road. I started walking then because the stress of it. Oh,
now this guy,
stress of it.
He told me that the wagon was his because of the laws of scavenging. I was like, "Excuse me, you know, what are you talking about?" And the funny end of the story, the lady from the store came out and asked what was going on. I told her, I said, "You need to call the police." I said, and tell them there's been an assault and battery in the parking lot. And that guy said, "I never touched you." I was like, "No, but I'm fixing to touch you." He decided to give my wagon back. But yeah, I mean, just stuff like that, you know.
It does. It people lose their minds. Yeah, I said over here it was toilet roll.
That was during COVID.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, people want to call you a doomsday prepper or survivalist. Yeah, I'm in it for my survival. You know, I'm not like trying to survive the end of the world. I'm just trying to survive today.
Yeah, exactly.
The thing back, you don't even have to go that far back. And it was what we do is normal.
It is.
Like, World War II and things, everyone was growing in their own gardens, supplementing what they
in
could
the
get.
70s. You know, there was a huge revival about gardens. Also, you know, World War II, past that, everyone was scared of the Cold War and had their bunkers.
Yeah, you guys, I've heard y'all talk about, you know, the books and stuff on the old skills. One of my favorites that I check out, I probably told you about, it's called Wildwood Wisdom by a guy named Ellsworth Yeager. And it was actually written after World War II, right after World War II, because he thought that America was getting away from its roots and needed these skills.
Yeah.
It's a really good book. I mean, that
What
was
was it
why
called?
he wrote it. He
Wildwood?
thought people needed it.
Wildwood Wisdom.
Wildwood Wisdom.
And around the same time he wrote it and said all that, that is when the modernization of the food industry really, the preservatives and being able to get stuff out of season ridiculously, at least in America, it became crazy.
Yeah.
I've done a little history reading onto that.
Chris said he lived in New York 43 years. He was a nervous wreck. I can imagine.
In COVID? Oh, yes.
I have never been to New York City, but I worked on a drilling rig about 150 miles from there to the west. And I swear when it was dark, when the sun go down, you could look off in the east and it looked like the sun was coming up. It was just like a glow on the horizon. And I was like, what in the world? The sun just went down. What is it? And it's like, oh, that's New York City. I was like, well, remind me never to go there.
You're talking, they know about London.
I mean, it was insane. I cannot believe there was one place that would put out so much. It was like a sunrise.
Look how old
and
London
I was
is.
150 miles from it. I was like, can you imagine what they're burning right now? No way I'd ever go there.
Away from the city now, I couldn't imagine. Like when I was a kid, I used to look up and you could hardly see the stars because of the pollution.
Yes.
Like, move out here now, I see the stars every night. I'm like, how can I go back from that?
I know, right?
We can't really see stars here.
There's just too much.
First of all, the pecan trees.
Yeah, pecan trees. These pecan trees, everybody's like, oh, it's so cool you have pecan trees. No, it's not cool.
The whole town has pecan trees and oak trees.
Oh, that reminds me.
And we have squirrels here that are crazy and fat because they eat all the pecans and all the acorns.
I was just
in COVID, we had a supply of squirrels. So if anything would have went south, we had some squirrel.
Squirrel meat.
I was going to tell you on the subject of squirrels, before you mentioned squirrels, when I was out front a while ago, I saw a squirrel steal one of your strawberries. I saw his little strawberry bed. I was like, what is he doing? And he took off, had a strawberry in his mouth. I was like, ooh.
On Clarkson's farm, they cut up, they had things you wouldn't normally eat dinner. And they had like escargot and snail egg caviar. Yeah. But they had fried squirrel. So they cleaned up the little bodies and do you know how the chicken has the thigh and the leg on it, that little piece? That's how they had it cut. So like you had the arms or you had the legs. Yeah, the quarters. There you go. Quarters. Squirrel quarters. Man, I've never had fried squirrel, and I'm telling you, I was thinking
on fried squirrel, and
really
fried rabbit. Man, see, we were, like I said, country people, and we killed a lot of what we ate. I mean, I got really good at hunting back then because if you didn't kill something, you didn't have dinner.
LGG, I pull up pecan trees every time I weed out there. Every time.
Pecan trees are
the acorn too. Now, see, I don't know if you can just send people stuff like that because there might be some bug inside my pecan tree sapling that's not in your soil, and
it's real. They're really weird about.
They'll trace it back to me. I've been doing some reading on this stuff.
Naked and Afraid had barbecue squirrel. Hey, squirrel is great. We ended up taking when
barbecue
like she said,
squirrel.
We had, I think it was 8 squirrels in the freezer during COVID. I got a pellet gun and was just like sniping them off in the backyard. But after we found out it wasn't all that, and
during squirrel season,
we were clearing out the deep freeze. We decided to go ahead and do something with the squirrel. We made squirrel and dumplings. That's really good, actually.
Yeah, like chicken and dumplings, but with squirrel.
Well, how would you describe the taste?
It's
Unclean chicken.
Unclean. That just sounds terrible.
It's gamey.
It
Okay.
does taste a lot like chicken, but it does have that gamey side to it. You know,
But the broth is really, really good.
And it's a really rich meat. I mean, when you make the squirrel and dumplings, that broth, there's just something extra to it. And they don't have much body fat, so that's not it.
Really lean.
It's just the
so you skin it, and the hair and all the stuff that bothers you just wash that off, and there you go. Do the little entrails. Not that I've ever done that. I know the process. So. Okay, I am not. Look, I'll cook it.
I like rabbit.
That is not a picture of Amanda. That's a picture of Dolly Parton.
Oh my goodness.
That's sweet, Chris. Love is like a butterfly. I want to tell y'all that I swear to God, I appreciate. I know you're probably busy and you got things to do. We did almost an hour and a half.
Oh, well, that's pretty quick.
You guys, if you go live, I'll be there with bells on. I'll support.
I've actually got to go.
I'll share you out. I just want y'all to get watch hours. I'm telling you, I did this 4 years trying my very best with the best videos I could and spectacular gardening. I thought my videos got a little better because I'd get a better camera. And the watch hours just they're never in 1 year to get. You have to get it in a year, that 4,000 watch hours, practically, right?
Yeah, quick.
Or 3,000, whatever it is now.
I just think people like us need to be out there.
And I do too.
Yeah.
It's vital to survival of society. Like I said, everything going on with the Middle East and with inflation and data centers and all that. I mean, it
ain't getting any better.
It's
not becoming a worse time to be a homesteader prepper, cheap living, from scratch cooking, garden growing.
I agree. Supporting each other is key, and you guys need to support. I mean,
yourselves.
Y'all are the backbone of what it is. I mean, some of the stuff that Kirsty does in her videos just blows my mind. I've been doing this since I was a kid,
Yeah, she comes up with some really out there things like the ivy soap and things. I would have thought you could make soap out of ivy, but you can.
It's just been not having money and not liking chemicals.
It's crazy. I mean, they say necessity is the mother of invention.
Yeah.
If you need it, you're gonna find a way to get it.
Oh yeah.
I ordered a tub of tallow, and I have nothing to do with it yet, but I'm building supplies. I'm building supplies to make creams and lotions and some soaps.
Oh, lovely.
Yes.
We've got quite we do most of our own.
You can do soap and
yeah, we make all of our own deodorants and
that's cool.
Pillow sprays and
Caitlin's got into her own perfumes and
our daughter does her own perfumes and things. Once you get that basic setup, you can make everything.
Right.
Like what you said, you've got your tallow. So we've got shea butter and beeswax and things, so we can make all the balms and things.
Now it's not grass-fed tallow. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. I just got the tallow. You know what I mean? I don't give a crap about no grass-fed.
Well, if you look at their definitions on all that, like organic and grass-fed and free range, they're a pretty loose definition. I mean, really, I think the chicken to be considered free range, it has to have 5 square feet of area.
Yeah.
I mean, good grief.
It's awful. Something like 13 chickens in 6 square. Was it 8 square feet?
Or a meter by a meter.
Yeah.
Measurements.
Yeah.
And as long as they had outdoor time for half of the life, or something like that, it's very, very loose. So
yes, and who's out there making sure for
Yeah.
I've always said, their definitions is very loose on stuff like that. People get the wrong idea,
Yeah. Very
And
much so.
have you noticed? Here's the thing that blows my mind: healthy food is twice as expensive as junk food. You know,
Yeah.
if it says organic on there, they can charge twice as much for it. You know,
Yeah,
It
just because it hasn't been sprayed with pesticides.
yeah, they want you to be sick and unhealthy.
I got a
Overweight.
few herbs at herb seeds at Walmart yesterday, and that particular Walmart is remodeling, so they have gotten rid of their spring summer seeds earlier than usual. So they only had one display left, and it was organic seeds, which is a ripoff because they have to label it for non-GMO anyway. So I don't know. Anyway, listen though.
Video last year.
I asked them, do you guys actually bag up the old seeds from every year and throw them away? And they said yes.
I was going to say, I watched a YouTube video last year. Some guy that worked at Walmart, he sent in a video of these trash bags full of seeds that they were just throwing away.
I think that's a company mentality because, like, there's a lot of donut places and stuff. If you don't sell it, just chuck them out the back. You're like, you could give them to people. And they're like, no, trash.
Yeah. They would rather throw it away than give it to somebody.
They can write that off. It's a loss that they can claim.
It's just amazing.
Whereas I could have been out the back door just loading that up. All my YouTube friends I would have had with the largesse of seeds I could have given away.
Well, I'll tell you, it's just, it's insane. I mean, they would rather throw it away than help people.
You're going to sign it off, and I'm going to come over here and push the button.
You're going to push the button?
And you're going to sign it off.
Well, yeah, I'm going to have to go pretty soon. I've got to go help a buddy of mine replace a bathroom floor.
Oh. Yes, they called right before the live, and I swear to y'all, I thought it was Haley. And she likes to invent engine trouble of her vehicle or whatever.
Oh, she don't invent it. That truck's a pain in the butt.
So I was like, if it's that girl, you tell her I'm going live, and I am not going to be disturbed for 2 hours. Boss, or one of his bosses, I said, oh, shit. I should run my mouth. So it turns out the button to push is here.
Okay, well, we're going to get out of here, guys. Thanks for coming by. And it's been great.
Thank you for having us.
Y'all did a great job. Cool under pressure.
Y'all keep up the good work.
And you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.